there may be in future there will be cognitive science and perception engineering. So what we are going to replicate, for example, taste buds are there when we are having any kind of a testing will be there. Then if anything will be a signal transferred from our tongue to our brain, then brain is having different kind of a neurons which is being recognized, and then we are saying the taste will be sweet, sour or bitter. If we are going to replicate the similar kind of thing, then we have to take care for the different sensor array, and then that sensor array, for example, a quantification of a tea or maybe water, maybe oil, maybe the wine, or maybe any kind of a beverages, that can quality can be ensured, because nowadays tea, India is a good producer of tea, and their quality is being ensured by the person who is taking inside their mouth, and then they are saying which quality it is. Why we cannot automate this? So on the basis of chemical sensor, then different kind of and that will require the acquisition, and then feature extraction. What are the feature we are going to extract? Data treatment, and then pattern recognition, which are having lot of mathematical computation. Then finally classification based on the training. Then we can also tell taste, sour, sweet and bitter. And the very important thing is the scene understanding. Scene understanding also I mentioned about you three things: low edge computing, mild edge computing, and high edge computing. The probabilistic ontology, some persons are working in this. If it is a low level, then only we are detecting or we are segmenting and recognizing the person is available in the scene. But now you see, if middle is there, what we are going to see, we are going to identify the grass, we are going to identify a person. Yes? Does anybody want to say something? Or want to identify the tree? But now also ontology means that a scene is connected. What is that? A person is in front of, is next to the tree and surrounded by the ice line, behind the mountain, is under these clouds are there. So these kind of ontology are very, very important for a strategic important. And this kind of a probabilistic ontology is going to be a revolutionary in the future, because currently we are working on a detection, segmentation and recognition, but we are never going to connect them in a scene. Whether a machine can be automatically analyzed, you are aware of that. Sophia is a machine, and she is automatically connecting with the different words and then going to be probabilistic ontology depending upon whether threshold is high, on the basis of learning, on the basis of lot of things. Then task specific assistance also there, that is a cooking. For example, a glass is there, it is also having cognitive, and at the back of him the heat is there, the oil is there, so he is doing another task but also looking for the backside, right? And this can be extended to a mother whose baby is sleeping, and she can work on a kitchen and then can also have a look on his baby, whether he is sleeping or what kind of a thing. So task specific, whether this kind of a displays are there, and people are talking about the bionic display also, which can be extended to the blind person and also to the pilots. Pilot do not want to see, because the scene, all the information should be in front of him. And helmet mounted display, and street walk, lot of information were coming in front of the bike. Similarly, wearable cognitive assistance is there. Sixth sense we talk about, the person wearing goggles and lot of things are coming. Who is the person, how it is there, all these kinds of a thing, help can be available because of the edge computing and IoT platform. And smart city application, everybody talked about last year, people talked about smart city, and we also noticed that government is going to have a 20 smart city in the country. And when we talk about the smart city, there are various kind of a technology need to be taken care, like structural health monitoring of the buildings, because green building we are talking about. Waste management, how waste management can be recycled to have a green technologies. Air quality, because air quality monitoring is very important inside a metro. And Central Pollution Control Board, they are saying the air quality, if you detect it is bad, what kind of a prevention you can do. And nowadays, COVID scenario, if COVID infection inside a room, whether we can detect it and then we can throw the UV, it can be cured. and we have developed this technology UV based and transferred to the 31 companies recently. And then noise monitoring. Noise monitoring is also very important thing, because if noise will be more, either it can affect to the health or also affect the health of the buildings. Traffic congestion and smart parking. Parking is going to be a great problem in every city. So smart parking are required, and automation of public building. And one of the important thing is smart lighting is there. You can see these lights. I have taken from one of the idea people have generated. At if it is 11 o'clock, then automatically less light will be required. But they want to give a very soothing environment, so that if you are having a walk, you can feel a great thing. And somewhere lighting is changing; it turned into the pink, red, green. So automatically IoT based smart lighting system is there, which will be taken care of the, and that is coming, and most of the bridges, some of the are coming up nowadays also. And also the futuristic autonomous vehicle. Google is trying to have a automatic car driven. So they are imposing lot of problems and challenges on the road, and they are using lot of computation platform. They are having lot of devices and sensor connected with the edge computing platform. But it may be possible at US, but at India we do not know, because people are not following traffic. So zigzag it is there. Similarly, for example, a blind person is there, he is holding a stick, and some sensor can be connected so that a safe route can be given to him. And n number of microphone, infrared sensor, pressure sensor, and camera, GPS, ultrasonic, n number of devices will be there. That is a futuristic autonomous vehicle. And that is another thing, intelligent potato storage system, that is designed by CSIO long back, where AI based system has been designed. Potato sometimes they are sweet, or sometimes green compound is formed on the surface. So that is sprouting kind of thing also. Both the condition are not good for the potato. And if it is being sold at the rate of 20 rupee per kg, if sweet and this, it is bring down to the 2 rupee per kg. And it cannot be stored more than, because in the cold storage, it is very difficult to store over a long time. So what we have designed a ANN based solution, and where humidity and temperature and CO2 various factors have been taken care automatically, and automatically there will be flow of different things. Then it is maintained more than a 3 year of a shelf life, and that can be extended to the other storage, because storage is going to be a bigger problem in the country. And another technology which we have worked on, the technology for sorting, grading, and packaging of fruit. These apples are being rotated, and they are coming on a conveyor belt, and there are 6 cameras are available. And the moment when it reaches to the destination, from the camera image processing point of view, it has already taken care whether they are of a good quality or a bad quality, or maybe ABC category. Then they can be automatically graded and sorted depending upon the opening of a wall, can be taken care. And another thing, this when I was at Germany, I have seen this in Mercedes. Smart clothing, the future of a patient monitoring. And when person is sitting on a car and automatically having a seat belt, the seat belt is having electrode, and the back of the seat is also having electrode, and a person is holding the steering, and it is having the skin impedance, and then automatically its health is being monitored. And a health index is also available on a car. If its pulse rate and other thing is high, automatically it is giving beep and indicating that you are not having good health, so you should not drive. Similarly, this can be extended to for example, if a person who has alcohol consumption is there, then automatically chemical sensors can be, or also the drowsiness. Sometimes accident happen early morning or late night because of the drowsiness. So a alarm can be there that you are not fit for driving, you kindly take rest. So these kind of thing is coming up. Similarly, you can see I talked about we want health always 24 into 7 because of the computation device. Whether the electrode can be available on our jacket, on our shirts, or can be also on the chairs, so that where we are sitting all the time it is being monitored, your health will be monitored and can store your device. And if it is above some threshold, automatically that can be transferred to the doctors, your family doctor. And another thing is that, for example, you have seen when a person is in ICU, and you have say n number of devices are being connected, cables and cables, and beep only it is listening. So rather than can a jacket can be designed and a person is wearing a jacket and he is allowed to move freely, maybe if required. So automatically GPS and other thing, if some threshold is high, automatically it will be informed, rather than a person is sitting alone. It is this kind of thing need to be taken care, and this is only possible because of the edge computing and IoT platforms. And this is also a intelligent e-health center. This is a work we have done for the Chosala village in Kathal, where disasters will be there in the Uttarakhand. When disasters happen, no hospital building will be there. Doctors were available, and lot of injuries were there, but no hospitals were available. So what we have done, we have taken the cloud, these containers, which is available n number of in the country, and one we made a real-time hospital, another we made a path lab, another we made a complete chemist shop, and they can be airlifted at any time, and they are well connected to internet, cloud. It can be taken care by the other expertise. So all the data has been designed. Time is not permitting, that's why otherwise I could have shown the video. So that kind of a technology has been transferred, connected to a network, and this was provided where there was not a RMP doctor was available. Now a person were coming from the Agroha Medical College, and they are having a biometric attendance which is available in Delhi, and all the fifth generation medicine given to the persons who are not having even the medicines availability to them, and the all the power and internet and lot of GIS mapping has been done for this project, and we got very good result, and also published in PLOS Medicine. And another area which is very important and revolutionary, which is going to be in future, that is a photonic nose for health. Fiber beads are available in the houses. When light is illuminated, it is looks like a good tree. So if that fiber bead is taken and if some material is being coated, and if a person will breathe, then the odor will deliver to the tip of the fiber and will go at the bottom where it can be taken, the signal or image can be taken, and then it can be converted to the different response. You can see this. A fiber microbead sensor array will be there, because each and every will have a drug delivery or smell delivery. At the bottom it can be connected, and then pattern recognition that can be converted into the signal, and then that signal can be having already developed vapor knowledge base and can be compared, and then we can have a health diagnosis of the person. It can be also person is working related to the kidney problem, person are working. It is going to be a photonic nose and tongue, which is going to be a really important thing in the coming future. And it also requires a lot of research for the material point of view, drug delivery point of view, because order has to brought to the bottom level, that need to be converted into 2D level, and 2D signal to be converted to the knowledge level, and then finally the health diagnosis. And it should not be false alarm and misalarm. It should be more authentic one. And another thing, food for thought. In hospitals and also in daily routines, elderly will be there. For example, a person is fond of taking a lot of pastries and their diabetic is coming up. So what this 3D printer will be there, 3D printer is going to design a cake for them. But the cake will have a nutrition value as per the dietitian prescribed him. Similarly, for example, cancer patient will be there, and as per the diet prescribed to him, it will going to cook accordingly, because the particular shape, the color, it can be in form of a pastry, it can be in form of a any kind of an hot dog, whatever may be the, but it is going to preserve the various kind of quantity. This is the idea, and really a very good idea 3D printed food companies are thinking about. And futuristic 3D printing are there. Now you can see, for example, you can see this skull where the person is get injured because of you can see this skull, and person is injured, and sometimes it is being because of the cancer or because of this damage. So it can be replaced with the metal printing element, and this is also done by CSIO in PGI. We have designed this from the CT scan of a person, and then its shape has been transformed into a very good thing. And another thing is that, for example, you can see depending upon a person of a weight, size, a particular customize this implant or this will be available so that it is supporting the person. Similarly, you can see this kind of a leg of a prosthetic person, but this fiber are of a good strength it is going to give. Similarly, a person who do not have different kind of a packaging by the 3D printer, if a person is not having a single finger, then it can be spotted. Similarly, there will be different kind of emotions will be there, strength will be there. Similarly, you can see this can be ensured, and you can also see 3D printing technology in future. You can say breathable and waterproof, lightweight plaster will be there. Current plaster of Paris, you are aware of that. It is really very difficult to wear. And these kinds of 3D printed technologies is coming up. And this is not only for the strength, it is also we are aware of that which angle more force need to be taken, where light should be there, so that restrictive movement will be there, and automatically lot of innovations are coming in this area. And another thing is edge computing for the humanity. For example, you are aware of that Alzheimer is there. Similarly, there will be stress, cognitive load of a pilot also, for a student also, for the elderly also need to be taken care. Another thing is because old man may forget, because this is the biggest problem for the US, right? So how we have to reach this is $290 billion market is available in the US market, so that we can bring them safe homely, right? Similarly, Austin is there person because child are having that problem, how we are going to have express and they can have a feel. So even a person may be blind, person may be deaf, how that can be connected and can utilize the AI powered and with the edge computing platform. For example, wearable technology, because we talked about a person, we want to find out its activity, wearable technology for the elderly. So whether they are having fall, whether climbing, whether running, walking, bending, lying. So all these things can be depending upon the different sensors, and we can find out body temperature, heart rate. So all these are variable, and we can find out n number of things. And this is also IoT based anomaly detection system is there. You can see the pulse glass is there. It is having an accelerometer, and this accelerometer is very near to the nose. And when it is near to the nose, then on the basis of the signal processing, and in a real time pulse plestogram graph will be generated, and then there will be thresholding for the pulse detection. And then a person is idle sitting, that can be taken care, and talking while sitting then also, and walking can also be taken care, so that we can aware of the activity of or any anomaly happen, that can be detected using the IoT even on the mobile. And there will be belt also. People are having different solution. Some accelerometer may be available on the foot, some accelerometer may be on the belt. So S1 and S2 are two accelerometer, and then we are going to have a feature extraction and local data set feature extraction, and different RF model are there. Then we are going to have a recognizing the activity, so that we can find out walking state, falling state, lying state, so that automatically we can program and we can alert on the in a real time basis. Similarly, the human activity recognition in a plant, this is going to be very good, and a lot of work is going to be for the object recognition, activity recognition, because whether a screw is tighten, not tighten, it is also understanding how a expert is behaving, so that we can incorporate into the machine, so that a human can be replaced by a machine or robot in future. And similarly, a very good article I have observed this handshaking detection system. In handshaking, if hand is, for example, lying on this table, it is having a plus minus 2g. G is related to the acceleration of a earth. And if handshaking is available, it is a plus minus 1g. So what it has replaced on the basis of the accelerometer, upper body, it has detected the seating signature, stand-up signature, sit down, and the sitting. And also the wrist signature, when hand on a table, arm motion is there, and hands on a table, then all this can be taken care. So this is available. So there is a time to, because time is short, I'm going to conclude. So, you know, there are n number of applications I talked about, and I can talk a full day on this topic because this is a very interesting topic, and I can connect to each aspect of whether it is health, transport, agriculture, environment. But it is a beyond scope, is beyond imagination. You can connect each and every device, each and everything, and you know, initially seems to be greenfield, but there are a lot of challenges are there when we are designing these kind of technologies. So, if any questions from your side, you are welcome. Otherwise, I'm now concluding my session. All the questions which you are having, I can take. Yes. If any question is there, please let me know. Sani and Rajesh ji, kindly see if I'm Otherwise, no questions, and thank you very much to all. I'm really thankful to the Indo Global faculty and students who have participated, maybe faculty from other institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. For all faculty members, I deem it my great privilege to propose vote of thanks on the completion of this wonderful first session of the second day. Delivered by
one question Dina has asked. Platform are essential for edge computing. You know, edge computing, for example, TK1 you are having, then you can have your own software. You can design your own, maybe on the Python, and then you can perform machine intelligence all the real time, depending upon what operating system you are going to have, depending upon whether you want to develop your own algorithm. So everything depending upon that. Otherwise, TK1, this is also providing you different kind of stuff which you can take utilize of that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sani Saab. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the session was very informative and productive for all faculty members. I deem it my great privilege to propose vote of thanks on the completion of this wonderful and informative first session of the second day, delivered by eminent guest of the day, Dr. Satish Kumar.